Last weekend, I paid $12 to watch something in the theater that you can now watch most of on YouTube for free. I'm talking about Taylor Swift, the official release party of a Showgirl, a special 3-day theatrical event which easily conquered the weekend box office, raking in $34 million domestically. Was this a fun way to celebrate the new album drop from the biggest pop star in the world, or a half-assed last-minute cash grab? Why not both? In this video, I'll share my experience attending the official release party of a Showgirl, some thoughts on the album itself, and how its box office dominance may have actually hurt The Rock's Oscar chances. Full disclosure, I am a fan of Taylor Swift. Now, I wouldn't presume to call myself a Swiftie. If there's a requirement for that discipleship, I'm sure I'd fall woefully short. I don't know her entire discography and would be completely unqualified to rank her albums, songs, or ex-boyfriends for that matter. My fandom is fresh cement, pouring into place with the Eras tour, which I did not get the chance to see live, but I did go see the concert film in theaters, and it was an incredible audiovisual theatrical experience. We hosted a watch party when it came to Disney Plus, and I happily sat through all 3 hours again, and I'm sure I'll revisit it again and again. If you haven't seen the Eras tour, you're missing out. Not only on the highest grossing concert of all time, but as the name suggests, a decade-spanning, genre-spanning extravaganza from a bona fide superstar. As a singer, songwriter, performer, producer, Taylor Swift is all she's cracked up to be, and the fact that she's maintained such a strong and consistent output since her self-titled debut album in 2006, releasing a new album every couple of years, and 6 in the last 6 years, is nothing short of awe-inspiring. As a prolific artist, she's up there with Takashi Miike and Brandon Sanderson, and that might be the first time anyone's mentioned the three of them together. Which brings us to the life of a Showgirl, Swift's 12th studio album, which she revealed on her now fiancé Travis Kelce's podcast New Heights back in August, unveiling the cover and announcing an October 3rd release date. Then in September, just 2 weeks before Showgirl hit shelves, it was announced there'd be an official release party in movie theaters worldwide the same day the album drops. Swifties were ecstatic, theater owners were thrilled, and Dwayne Johnson probably punched a hole in his door. More on that in a bit. Based on how much I loved my last Taylor Swift theatrical outing, I was there opening night, me, my wife, and a bunch of teenage girls. A couple days before the event, I received an email from Cinemark where I pre-ordered our tickets, informing me that the feature film would begin immediately at showtime without any trailers or advertisements beforehand. Then riddle me this, Cinemark CEO Sean Gamble. Why in hell's bells, when we arrived precisely at showtime, was the first thing we saw an advertisement?
The Life of a Showgirl. Exclusive edition, only at Target. And it has a pretty big poster with it, too.
I'm not mad, just disappointed. Especially in you, Cinemark CEO Sean Gamble. I'm just kidding, Mr. Gamble. And if you could please accept my connection request on LinkedIn, that would be greatly appreciated. Namaste. After the Target commercial, Taylor Swift welcomed us to the release party, which kicked off with the premiere of the music video for the album's lead single, The Fate of Ophelia, which you can now watch online for free. The music video runs with the album's premise and sees Taylor playing different versions of a showgirl throughout history, from a model for a pre-Raphaelite painting, to an actress in a Busby Berkeley-esque musical number, to a pop star in a hotel after-party where she winds up in a bathtub, essentially recreating the album cover. It consists of several long takes, which I'm an admitted sicko for, that are impressively orchestrated and choreographed. I quite like this music video, and it's a good thing too, because the release party takes us behind the scenes of how they made it throughout the 90-minute runtime. After that, the format for the release party is straightforward. Beginning with Elizabeth Taylor, the second track on the album, Swift gives a brief introduction to each song, explaining how it came to be and what it means to her, before playing a lyric video for that song. Every couple songs or so, we go back to the making of the Fate of Ophelia music video and how each subsequent sequence came together. This concludes by showing the music video once again, now with the added insight of knowing how it was made. So yeah, it was pretty simple, bare bones even, but it was ultimately exactly what they said it would be. I knew it wasn't going to be anything like the Eras tour, and it sure wasn't. I did find it to be a welcome way to experience an album for the first time, shining a spotlight on each track, providing a chance to focus on music and lyrics. It reminded me of when I was a teenager, and I'd get my hands on a new album, load it into my CD player, lay on my bed, and read along through the lyrics booklet, something I haven't taken the time to do in years. The lyric video themselves were odd. They felt the need to spice them up with looped background B-roll from the the music video. The first one sees Taylor Swift clad in ropes as she seductively runs her hand along her hip, and this is played over and over and over again. That was probably the most distracting one. It felt like something they might play in electroshock conversion therapy.
Get me up.
As far as the album goes, there's several songs I liked, including Ophelia, Opalite, Wishlist, and yes, even Cancelled, which reminded me of early 2000s Britney Spears, which I say complimentary. I can take or leave most of the other tracks. I thought Wood, her not-so-subtle ode to Travis Kelce's Trouser Snake, was laughably bad.
Track 9, Wood.
Wood? Nice!
Wood.
And I found the final titular track, which features Samantha Carpenter, to be formulaic and underwhelming. As an album, it was okay, and as a theatrical event, I'd say the same. As long as you knew what you were going into and already have an appreciation of Taylor Swift as an artist, the official release party of A Showgirl was enjoyable enough. My fellow attendees seemed to enjoy themselves. Granted, a lot of them were on their phones throughout, which is normally something I vehemently oppose, but this felt like a different beast entirely, more like a hangout than a deserved cinematic experience. It could have been more of the latter had there been additional music video premieres or in-studio recording footage, which was noticeably absent. Also, all the songs were the radio edits, which is not only lame, but sets a disappointing precedent for this type of experience. As far as I can tell, this is the first worldwide theatrical release party of its kind. And due to its limited 3-day release, it was easily the most popular weekend ticket, beating down really, another new wide release, The Smashing Machine. This is a sports biopic produced by and starring Dwayne Johnson, who plays UFC legend Mark Kerr, giving easily his best performance to date and consequently his first serious chance at an Oscar. In a perfect world, his awards potential would be entirely based on the merit of his performance. Alas, we live in an imperfect world where headlines have an impact. Indeed, the only smashing machine at the box office last weekend was Taylor on her Wrecking Ball. In a rare show of vulnerability, Johnson took to Instagram during the Monday morning aftermath with a stacked pipe of copium, stating, "In our storytelling world, you can't control the box office," showing this is clearly affecting him and his awards campaign. We'll never know how The Smashing Machine might have performed had it not opened opposite the biggest showgirl in the world, but I feel it would have performed better had it been the biggest new attraction on offer at the multiplex. For what it's worth, about $12, I guess, I saw and supported The Smashing Machine last weekend as well. Those are my thoughts on the official release party of A Showgirl. If you attended a showing, I'd love to hear about your experience and or what you think about the album. Do you want to see more release parties in theaters? If so, what artists do you think could pull it off? I know I'd be there opening night for someone like Kendrick Lamar. Let me know in the comments below. I'll see you down there. Looking for another musical artist big screen exploit this year? Check out my review for The Weeknd's Hurry Up Tomorrow, or my last video in which I played through the one battle after another experience in Fortnite. As always, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, consider sharing it, and subscribe for more film reviews and ranked lists. For Cineflect, I'm Jared Scott Lewis. Thanks for watching.